What's going on, boys? If you don't know me, my name is Damo BJJ. I am a white belt in Jiu-Jitsu, and I've made over $16,000 in under a year of posting Jiu-Jitsu content. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 3 practical video styles that will be so easy to upload that you're going to make sales. So the one principle that I want to talk about, we're going to be watching some Craig Jones, by the way. I think this was at a seminar down in, I don't even know where it is, Barcelona. Some Spanish Jiu-Jitsu. So we're going to watch him clap cheeks, but the number one principle I want to talk about today is that online sales is a simple metric. It is a damn, what do you call that? Not a sentence, but like a simple mathematical equation of sales page views plus conversion rate equals total amount of sales. So all you have to do is drive traffic to a sales page. Boom, that's it. And if you have 100 people click on your sales page and you get 5% conversion, you made 5 sales. Congrats, right? So how can we post consistently in order to drive traffic, right? You're not going to drive a bunch of traffic if you're not posting consistently. So for all you room temperature IQ, goldfish brain TikTok kids who can't pay attention to something for more than 30 seconds without Subway Surfers at the bottom of the screen, I'm just going to give you the 3 practical tips. And then for you higher IQ people who stick around to the end, I'm going to give you a more philosophical take on like how to be consistent and go far in this content game and why it's so important as a jiu-jitsu practitioner. So the 3 tips. First style of content, right? Here's how you make unlimited content. At the end of class, you take your tripod, you put it in the corner, and when you guys do your open rolling, you just have it film and you leave it on for 45 minutes. And you just film literally everything that happens in all of your rolls at the end of class. You find something cool that happened, you hit a cool slide by, you hit a cool single leg takedown, you hit a uchimata, whatever. Let's say it's the slide by. You clip that, then you make a video relating it to somebody famous in jiu-jitsu, and you say, hey, here's how I hit the Andy Varela slide by on this kid at open mat, and here's the steps on how to do it. Right? You play a video of Andy Varela doing it, then you explain how you did it. Boom, that's a video right there. It has third-party authority, has yourself in it, so it's building up your own personal brand. Boom, that's a 10 out of 10 jiu-jitsu video. Super easy to make. Second tip, every time you go to class, you learn at least 3 move of the days. So once class is over, you're going to take your friend, you're going to go to the corner of the mat, you're going to put your mic on, you're going to put your phone on a tripod, and you're going to say, hey, can you be my uke while I explain the move of the day? You're going to explain the 3 moves of the day that you learned, and you're just going to upload those, right? You put a text hook on it, you put captions on it. You can relate it to somebody who's famous in jiu-jitsu if you want, but you don't have to. If you just go to 2 classes every week, you film the 3 videos, that's 6 videos a week. You're basically posting every single day. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3, you find a long form video of somebody super famous in jiu-jitsu explaining a move, you clip it, and then you put your face as an overlay at the beginning of the video and you say, listen to Craig Jones explain how he hits his Darce reversal to take the back, right? Listen to Gordon Ryan explain exactly how he gets to his S-mount and finishes the armbar. And then you just let them explain it. And then you say, follow me for more, and you get all the credit and you get all the followers from it. So those are your 3 easy, all 3 of those videos should not take you any effort to film, and it should take you 5 minutes per video to edit, right? Super easy. You can spam those. So uploading every day should not be an issue. And then in the caption of each video, you're going to say comment keyword, and I'll send you a link to my product, right? Lastly, now this is for the more high IQ people. I want to talk about like the philosophy of why being consistent has such an ROI. So I want to talk about, firstly, if you look at like stats on how big jiu-jitsu is getting, jiu-jitsu as a sport, it grows like 20% year over year, right? It's insane. The sport gets bigger and bigger. Everybody's talking about it. I had never heard of the word jiu-jitsu until I was 22 years old. Like I kind of vaguely heard about it in the UFC, but I was such a casual UFC fan, I would watch it, but I never heard the word jiu-jitsu before. But now I feel like all the high school kids I know, at least one of them does jiu-jitsu. All of my high school friends, I follow them on Instagram and stuff. I know like 3 kids from my high school that are doing jiu-jitsu now, but they never did it back then. right? So the sport is growing 20% year over year. So building your personal brand now is a dire situation. You need to do it now, right? You need to do it now where if you get big enough now, you're already going to be like as the total bubble of total players in the sport gets bigger and bigger, you're going to remain in the top 10% category, and then your share of the total follower count is going to grow, linearly with the total follower or total player count. So that's why it's important. And then secondly, I want to talk about like why, if you look at my page, I've kind of stagnated in the last 6 months, but I've stagnated in a good way. And the reason is my goal for the first year of posting was just to purely get as many followers as possible. So I was doing a lot of content that didn't involve my personality, my looks, my body movements. It didn't involve me on the screen talking, teaching, or displaying me as the authority. It was displaying other people as the authority. And it was also just a lot of entertainment content. But now I'm moving more towards building my own personal brand and putting myself on the camera and teaching my opinions, right? Which is not the best for gaining followers, but it is really good for framing yourself as an authority within the space and building up facial, vocal recognition of who you are, right? So that when I actually go to sell something, people have seen my face so much. They've seen how I explain things. They've seen my movements. They know me personally because I post a lot of stories, that they feel comfortable spending money with me, right? And then as the sport grows, when I go to an open mat, like I'm already at the point in jiu-jitsu where like anybody who watches Instagram jiu-jitsu, they've seen me on their phone at least once, period. You know what I mean? Like the most famous guy in jiu-jitsu, Craig Jones, only has like 1.5 million followers, and I have 100K almost. So I'm like almost a tenth. Like Gordon Ryan has less than a million. He has like 990,000, right? So I'm 1/10 as famous as Gordon Ryan, the best player in the sport. That would be like LeBron James probably has 100 million followers on Instagram. In the basketball niche, you would need 10 million followers in order to be a tenth as popular. But in jiu-jitsu, you only need to hit 100K, which is like, it's hard, but it's doable. A lot of my students who I've coached are already at like 20K, you know? I have a student at 28K, Kevin Johnson. So it really is inspiring like how big the sport is getting, but also how small it is and how big of an opportunity you have to be one of the most famous people in the sport. Like where I can go to any gym and people know me. It's pretty sweet. So anyways, I guess I brought all that up to say post consistently. The best way to do that is to batch your content, film it all on a Saturday, edit it, do it for the whole week so that during the week you're not stressing about having to get a video out every single day. It's just much better on your mentality that way. And yeah, so I'm not going to yap any longer. If you guys need help coaching with creating jiu-jitsu content, you want to learn all the secrets that I use to hit $90,000 and 90,000 followers and make $16,000 as a white belt. I literally leak everything in my school community. I'm not bashful about sharing my secrets. I will give you all the sauce. You just have to implement it, and I will help you. I will do content coaching, whatever you need. I'll answer all your questions. I will do Loom videos where I review your stuff. So if you want that, link is in the description to the school community. Hope to see you there, boys. Peace. It's super cheap, by the way. So if that's not enough, I'm literally giving you all the sauce for a super cheap price. All right, peace, boys.